Hi friends, this is your pal Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about American cinema, and I'm specifically going to talk about the production of the brand new September 2025 film Xeno, starring Lulu Wilson and Omari Hardwick and Paul Schneider. All right, so I want to talk about the production of this movie. What do I mean by that? I mean the producers, I mean the director, I mean the lensman, I mean the grips, I mean the distribution company, everything that it took to make this movie and distribute it on the big screen. All right, and the reason, and okay, so I'm gonna give a rating of the production of this film, and the rating is 5 out of 5 stars. And just the production of it. Okay, now why? Well, this movie is incredibly valuable to the movie industry. Why is it valuable to the movie industry? So first of all, this is a low budget film. Okay, now there's nothing special about low budget films. There's lots of them, but you know where they are? They're in horror, and they're in rom-coms, romantic comedies, and like thinky pieces, like art house stuff is often low budget. But this was a science fiction movie, and low budget science fiction is very, very rare. You almost never see it. So that's really helpful for companies to be trying low budget science fiction. And the reason why is we want more science fiction. And a lot of creators are scared to do that. They're scared to make a low budget sci-fi film. So I think this was a brave attempt. The other thing is, this movie is everything we're asking Hollywood to do. We're saying, oh, don't just give us another sequel. Don't play it safe, right? Give us a brand new intellectual property. Give us something that's not a sequel. Give us something original. That's what this movie is. It's an original story, and it is not connected to an existing intellectual property. We're saying, hey, keep the studios out. Don't have them bring in a million notes and jam up the artists and really control them. It's exactly what this was. This was there was very clearly given a lot of freedom to the artists that were involved, the director, the producer, the lensman, the photography director, all of that. Okay. And so this was what we're asking Hollywood to do. So that is very valuable. The other thing is, this was a film that, this is really fascinating. There's not a lot of representation on the screen in this film. It's mostly white people, just like you would see in any other film today. Basically, representation we're not there yet in Hollywood. We've gotten much, much better than we've ever had before, but there's not a lot of people of color on the screen. It does have one. I think it has. Oh no, okay. Hold on. They did have representation on the screen. It was Omari Hardwick, although he plays a bad guy in this, so that's a little challenging, right? But so the representation was good in this, not bad, right? But this movie was produced by Kevin Hart, right? The comedian Kevin Hart, right? He's in Central Intelligence with The Rock. He's also in Ride Along and Ride Along 2. He has a huge movie career, and he has a huge comedy career, right? He is he is very significant, right? And so from that perspective, it's really impressive that he produced this film, and he did produce it. They shot it. It looks fine. I don't think that this isn't the best lens work I've ever seen, but it's not bad, and there's some innovative shots, right? And so this movie does represent every single thing that people are asking Hollywood to do. But at the same time, while people are asking Hollywood, say, hey, give us original intellectual properties, we don't want to see sequels, they're not actually following that up with actions, right? Like, Wicked did extremely well. The biggest movie of 2025 is Lilo and Stitch, which is literally a live action reboot of an existing animated property, right? Whereas Sinners, and that made over $1 billion, right? Whereas Sinners didn't even make $500 million, right? So, and it was everything we were asking. So this movie is doing what Americans are saying they want from Hollywood, but not proving they want from Hollywood. And I think overall, this movie is very helpful to the movie industry. It's really helpful to see people of color as major producers of film. I'm looking forward to more films that Kevin Hart produces and gets out the door, right? And I also love that. And this did not have big stars. This gave an opportunity for stars who have had some experience to get more experience. This movie was extremely good for the industry and for America as a whole, in my humble opinion. Every single word you just heard in this video is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider subscribing and have a fetch millennium.